would be wonderful. It's time Henry started to meet some eligible young ladies. He was so distraught after dear Justine's death. He really did care for her. If Justine were still here, our dear footloose Henry might already have settled.
Poor Justine. Dear Justine. A mere 17. Everybody seemed to know she was truly innocent. Circumstantial evidence. Death by rope for a crime in which she took no part.
It is horrid to think that some believe that she could have murdered William.
We all seem to have recovered from the shock of that double tragedy. But life will never be as before. But life goes on.
For everyone but Victor. Sometimes I feel as if I just cannot reach him. As if he's guarding some terrible secret. I can't understand why he keeps to himself so often. Perhaps I can persuade him to go out this afternoon. The weather couldn't be finer.
If anyone can persuade him, it's you.
Flowers for you, mademoiselle.
From my garden.
Nothing but best for you, Elizabeth. Where is your intendant?
He's either in his study or that horrid lab.
On such a day as this? What's this?
The wedding guest list.
What have we here? Oh, here's my name, followed by every eligible girl in the province. Marie and Claire, Suzanne, Elaine. Are they your bridesmaids? Will I have my pick? Irene or Claudine, Tessa or Stella. What have we here? They would be dissed if they saw they were on the bottom of the list. They are the elect. Show them a little more respect. Count Block the painter is a member of the idle aristocracy. He thinks his artwork is a gift to the world, but I see only mediocrity. He's invited to celebrate. We would appreciate your attendance at our wedding. Young Baron Apricopoli seems to believe his Baroness is the very, very best. That is true. How else can you measure the size of her two large earrings? From the clang they make when she moves, you'd think she'd be hard of hearing. If she attends, you won't have to ring the bells at your wedding. I see Monsieur Beaumont and his wife and their daughter Nicole have been invited. Quite an attractive girl, very friendly, just a little bit nearsighted. Rumor has it her parents would like a husband soon to be found. That's not surprising, for how else can they stop her from sleeping around? cost of the gowns that they wear and the height of their hair. Don't they know that everybody doesn't really care? You're all invited to celebrate, Archbishop will officiate. We would appreciate your respondence, s'il vous plaît. So Victor still has his nose in his books. I was hoping he would join me for a ride in the country.
That would be wonderful, Henry. Although I don't think he will. He's been so reclusive. In any event, you must join us for dinner.
It's good to see you finally settled on a wedding date, though. That is a sure sign of his recovery. A midsummer wedding will be quite lovely. I'm sure Victor's spirits will lift long before then.
Not tonight. I have work to do.
Are you all right? Give me your trust. Tell me what's wrong. My oldest, dearest friend, it seems to me that you've been working much too hard and neglecting more important things. The secrets of the universe can certainly wait until tomorrow. At present, what could be possibly more important than your health? Elizabeth seems rather concerned about you. Give her your trust. Tell her what's wrong.
Elizabeth, my wife to be, and more than that, she's been a friend to be, mine to love, cherish, and protect. Thank God I have someone to share my life. I'll never be alone. But how can I dare feel such comfort when tragedy strikes all those around me? I should have saved them. My poor, sweet brother William. And Justine. Your Justine.
I too grieve for William and Justine, more than you know. Neither of us could have done anything, could we?
No.
Everything is not always in our control. Sometimes it feels like time came and stole someone who cannot be replaced. We have no control over our fate. Tragedy strikes all men someday. We are helpless to keep it away. But all people must go on living, sharing and giving while still remembering. Life must go on, dear Victor. Life must go on. You have so much more to give. Life must go on, my friend. Life must go on. Life must go on. Don't give up hope while you still yet live. Gloom has disappeared. Brighter days are here. Days not dark with woe, but with life they still can glow. Let your spirits rise and think ahead of future joys, not of sorrow. Forget your fears and dry your tears. Think of tomorrow. You still have much to be thankful for. You still have love the one you adore. You still have your strength and your health, and even your wealth, so don't close the door. We can bring back those who have died, even though for years we tried. All we can do is get on with our lives. The living still need you, not least your chosen bride. Life must go on, dear Victor. Don't let the dark days pass to cloud your head. Life must go on, my friend. Life must go on. Life must go on. We are the living. We are not the dead. Don't let the ghosts and demons get into your head. Don't look back. Don't look back. Just look ahead.
Victor, Henry, dinner! The sun sets and night falls.
My Creator, how long I have waited to see thee.
You speak.
There is a duty you must fulfill.
I will give you nothing. Foul murderer!
It is thy duty as my creator. The Bible
You
says,
are as vile as Cain!
Liken me to Cain if you will, but even he bore the marker of his creator's protection.
How do you know?
Hear me, Lord, and you will hear my story. When I awoke, alone was I stepped out into the light, unaccustomed to the brightness, but the air was crisp, the pines and flowers lovely to see. The birds sang high and loud, I stood tall and proud. I thought the world was all there for me. From a distance I watched some shepherds leading flocks down to a pond. They are like me, thought I, and wandered past the cliffs that lay beyond. Their hands seemed formed like mine, their stature straight and tall. Then, attempting to join them, I slid down the rocky wall. But as I approached, they fled. Their screams still pierced my soul. The dream had recurred, a dream I had when my life was new. But that was not a dream, was it? You abandoned me too.
I was terrified. I ran in fear and horror. When I returned to my laboratory the next morning, you were already gone.
When the breeze that was blowing calmed, I saw the image of trees in the pond. I walked over to the water's edge, looking down. I saw my own image. What a hideous thing was I!
I tried to make you beautiful. I tried to make you perfect, better than myself.
I knew then why they ran in horror. You could not have been afraid of such a dreadful monster. For death I prayed.
What have I done?
Late that night I sought shelter here, and replaced the sheets with clothes to wear. And this cloak I found, wrapped it round to mask from the world my image.
Only I had waited in the lab.
People everywhere reacted with alarm, turned away or tried to do me harm. I knew I must travel on to find another creature of my kind.
I looked for you for days. In the surrounding area, I eventually assumed you did not survive. I found no trace of you. Where did you go?
In a clearing of the forest came I upon a small house. Dared not approach during daylight, lest be seen or chased away. I slid this evening, I slid close by into a nearby hovel. Saw through the window a young man, a girl, and a blind man with hair of gray. I wanted to know of the lives of men and their plights. I approached them from under the cloak of night, shielded by the forest during daylight. Through the window I could see them smiling, laughing, sometimes crying, together in their home. more durable than thus. I can last through the cold winters all alone, dreaming of being inside with them, enduring the harsh weather. I cried when the old man played sweet music on guitar, laughed when the lad tried to dance, dressed up as the sword hid, as they had left for town together. Listen, absorbing every word. I soon began to understand the sounds uttered around the table, and tales from a book called the Bible, which takes up the God who created the world. It soon became clear how this God had created men apart yet together, to talk and walk hand in hand. God created Adam and Eve together. My God, too, I began to pray. Then maybe someday I can hope to find my mate. I won't have to be alone forever. When I could not be discovered, I'd reach inside the window and gently lift the volume from which they had read the moment prior. I learned about mankind, his history, his fire, his dreams and aspirations, yet to what I could aspire. I then read the words in the book I found in my coat. Are they not yours, Victor? Tell me, I know you wrote experimental diary of Victor Frankenstein, outlining the tale of my horrid creation. I don't fear God or a race or a nation. Man has fled to guide him. My fled from me in disgust. When you chose to give me life, you gave me strength, and for I thank you, for I could not have survived without the strength of several men. You in my vision, he gave me provision till his children saw me. When they came without warning, I could see the horror. The maiden fainted, the young man beat me. I could have torn him limb from limb, but refrained. Cursed Creator, why did I live? Cursed Creator, why did I live?
For mercy's sake. Then what happened?
After setting out yet again without goal or purpose, I set my mind upon finding you again, my creator. In these woods surrounding your village, I became confused. I needed someone to assist me in finding your place of residence. I finally came upon a young boy. I thought his bias may not yet be formed, but still I approached him carefully. But the child reacted like the rest, paled and screaming with fright. He called for his nanny. "Justine! Justine!" he cried. I cupped my hand over his face to silence him for fear of being discovered, and soon he ceased to struggle. When all was still, I lifted my hand from the child's face to speak to him, but his small, limp body slipped down beside me onto the ground.
No!
You cannot know the pain I felt upon seeing William's lifeless body beside me, or the subsequent torment I felt upon discovering you as your beloved brother. I knew I would not be able to speak to you for some time. I had not known death before, only unfortunate life. Death is colder and more lonely than my own miserable existence. I watched the events that later transpired unobserved. The girl was arrested and brought to trial, but I knew there could be no witness against her. Justice, justice shalt thou pursue, the Bible says. Certainly she would be acquitted, but she was hanged. Mankind no show justice or compassion even for one so fair to look upon as Justine. What could I expect of them? But you are my creator. I know you cannot forgive me, even as I tell you of these events. Yet, even so, I am your responsibility. You, who created me for your own gratification, then left me to face the miserable torment of your race alone. I was your dream. I am your proof. Who am I? What am I? I'm asking you. Why? Tell me why. Why have you created me? Why? Tell me why. Why have you created me?
Was I an accomplice?
Hear me,
Things are
Lord.
not so amiss.
Listen well. Must I now live like this?
A father to a child of hell.
Commanded claps of thunder, lightning that ignited me from the clouds of eternal slumber.